Welcome to some Karametra Brickhouse. As far as our opening hand goes, yeah, I like it. We've got Cultivate, Sylvan Library. We have Wall of Roots. And, yeah, loving that Cultivate. Allows us to get down Karametra just a little bit quicker and get these walls going. We're playing against Oloro, Mr. Lazy Voice. I'll cover him in just a second. Opponent's going to get down the Refuge, gain that life, and then kick it back over to us. Let's see what we draw to. Drawn to Stirring Wildwood. Let's go and get that down. It's going to come in and play tapped. We don't have a turn one play. And then we're going to go and pass the turn. We're playing Karametra, God of Harvest Moon, God of all walls. Indestructible Devotion 7 turns into a creature. Then, whenever you cast a creature spell, you may search your library for a force card or a plains card, put it on the battlefield tapped, then shuffle your library. Let's go ahead and I'd like to get down Sylvan Library, actually. Yeah, I think I like that. Yeah, let's go and get down the Wooded Bastion. Let's go and go for the Sylvan Library. It's going to tap out for green. See if our opponent's got a counter spell. If they've got it, so be it. If not, we'll be able to get it down and start digging a little bit deeper into our library. And with us having Cultivate and Nature's Lore in the hand, we're going to be able to ramp into Karametra really quick. We're playing against Oloro. At the beginning of your upkeep, you gain 2 life. Whenever you gain life, you may pay 1. If you do draw a card, each opponent loses 1 life. Then at the beginning of your upkeep, if Oloro is in the command zone, you gain 2 life. All right. Sorry for reading that so quick. Always want to make sure that we at least try and stay at the same clock level that our opponent's at. Yes, we're going to use Sylvan Library's ability, Wall of Hope and Dazzling Ramparts. Let's go and do this. Since we do have at least 2 walls in the hand, we're going to go ahead and let's go and put the... Actually, we're going to hold on to Wall of Hope. Let's go and put the Dazzling Ramparts on top of our library, and we're going to pay 4 life to keep this in the hand. I don't mind that one. We can kind of shuffle the rest of that stuff away. Let's go ahead and get the Forest down. Let's go ahead and go for that Cultivate. If we go for Nature's Lore, that'll give us 2 more mana. Yeah, let's do this. Let's go for Cultivate. And then next turn, we can go for Nature's Lore. Tap out for green. Like I said, we're running into a counter spell. It's not the end of the world. We have Nature's Lore to back up on. Let's split this down the middle. Let's go for Plains and then Forest. Let's get the Plains onto the battlefield, Forest into the hand, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, actually, instead of going for Nature's Lore, we may end up just simply going for Karametra. The way this deck is designed, this is a wall deck. If you haven't noticed, we have a lot of walls in the hand. We're looking to get down something like Assault Formation, and then use that to make sure our creatures are defending can start swinging in. And really what you want to do is you want to get down Karametra for, especially if you're playing against a deck like our opponents where they're not really pressuring us that bad at all. Swords of Plowshare and 3 visits. Let's go and pay 4 to keep both in the hand. I like that. 4 life to keep it in the hand. Let's go and get the Forest down. Let's tap out for Karametra. See if this is going to be good. 1, 2, 3. They might be sitting on some sort of board wipe, so it'd be really nice if we could find Heroic Intervention. That'd be a great way to kind of protect this. See what they're going to go for. They tap out for blue mana. But yeah, so we're looking to get down a bunch of walls and use something like Assault Counterspell. Okay, that's fine. Draw that out. It goes back to the command zone. We'll kick it back over there. Luckily, we have tons of ramp. We're going to have to get rid of some cards in the hand, though. Do we want to hold on to... Yeah, let's go and get rid of Squall Line. It's going to be really hard for us to take advantage of. That's an alternative win condition for the deck. The Prison Barricade, Wall of Roots, 3 visits, Swords to Plowshare. Yeah, let's just... I guess we'll go and get rid of Swords to Plowshares. Let's do this. Let's get rid of the Brush Lane, actually. I like holding on to... If we're going to have some spot removal, we need to hold on to it. So we can go and get rid of brush lands. But yeah, so we're going to use something like Assault Formation to give our creatures who have Defender, they can start swinging into attack. And then there's another Defender. It's like a Gargoyle, I think, at 4 mana. That's pretty good. I think it allows either target creature with Defender or all your creatures Defender can swing into attack. So there's different ways for us to get that going. Let's go to get the Sylvan Library. Yes, we're going to use that ability. And that's going to be Sky Shroud Claim. And then there's Shield Bearers. Let's go and put these Shield Bearers on top. And we're going to put that Plains back on top, too. We have a lot of land drops to make for the turn. Let's do this. Let's go for Sky Shroud Claim. That's going to be colorless. We'll get those 2 on the battlefield. Let's go and grab that Savannah. And then do we have the basics for... Yeah, we do have basics. We'll go grab that Canopy Vista. They both come into play untapped. Let's go for the Nature's Lore. Our opponent's shield's down right now, so we're going to get as many lands on the battlefield as possible. I'm just going to grab that Scattered Groves, and then let's go ahead and go for the Swords to Plowshare on Archangel. That's just not going to be a lot of fun to play around, especially with them gaining life. They're going to get a lot of stuff on there. Okay. There we go. Took care of the Archangel, and then our opponent is sitting at 44 with that life gaining. We are sitting at 18. Now, once we go for Karametra is going to cost 7. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we'll still have 1 more mana left over, and we still have 3 visits to go for. But we'll see what they kind of roll out this turn, and we'll get down Karametra and slowly start rolling out some of these creatures. And then with the Sylvan Library, dig for like a win condition or something like that. All right, opponent's going to be tapping out. It's going to be 1, 2. We're actually going to see... Oh! Cross that off your bingo checklist. We actually have Oloro coming off the his lazy boy to go investigate who's banging on his front door. We get the Sylvan. Who is it? Who's out there? We're going to use Sylvan Library's ability. Naturalize is not the best right now. Let's go put that on the bottom. Well, excuse me, put it on top. And then do we want the retreat? Yeah, I think we do. And I wouldn't mind hold on to white. Yeah, let's go pay 4 life to keep that in the hand. Okay, let's go and go for Karametra. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. And tap out for 1 more. And the good thing is we have at least 1 wall that's going to be a single mana. So we can use that to get down Karametra and still get that extra land drop for the turn. We're not going to be able to take care of retreat. But next turn, once we start rolling some of these creatures out, we'll definitely be able to take care of it. Let's get down the Temple Guard. Not going to pay 2 on this one. Nope. We are good. Get down the Wall of Hope. And then we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, we need to start gaining a little bit of life. We are sitting at 14. If our opponent does swing in with the Oloro, it's going to be a 4/5 body coming across. And then they're going to be able to start drawing some more cards. But if we get down the lion, or if we can just kind of chump block, we can gain that life. So if we want to chump block in front of the Oloro, we'll gain that life. Kind of give us a little bit of an added buffer. But outside of that, we'll probably just need to be not as aggressive with our Sylvan Libraries. Now, Prison Barricade. It has a kicker too. If we pay for the kicker, it's going to enter the battlefield with 3 counters, and it can attack as though it did not have a defender. So that's a 4 mana, 4/6 right there if you're keeping score at home, which is really fun. And then we get down Wall of Roots and Sylvan, and then start to go to town. That's the fun thing about playing Retreat in here, is that we're casting all these low converted mana cost creatures. You get down something like Retreat pretty quick. Do we want to chump block on this one? Getting that life put us back to 17. Yeah, let's go ahead and go for it. We're going to be able to deploy a bunch of walls out next turn. I kind of like that. We have the white main lion too. So we can start... Excuse me. With the white main lion to start kind of bouncing some stuff back to the hand. All right. So it's going to be Sylvan Library. Let's go ahead and use that ability. At this point right now, I'd like to get some creatures out before we're too aggressive with that. Yes, we're going to use that ability. It's going to be Worldly Tutor and Axebane Guardian. Let's go ahead and put the Ancient Tomb on top of our library. And yeah, I want Worldly Tutor. Let's go and pay 4 life to keep it in the hand. Yeah, I do. We don't want to shuffle that one away. Okay, so let's just go and deploy some stuff out. It's going to be Retreat. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. That's going to leave us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to have 6 total mana. So that's going to be Retreat, Wall of Roots, Sylvan. Yeah, that'll be a pretty good little turn. Let's do that. Let's go for Retreat. That's going to be 1, 2, 3. Get that down. That way we can start putting some +1 counters on some of our creatures, or simply getting Retreat down. We can kind of negate that Sylvan Library by gaining some life. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, let's go Sylvan. We're going to have that protection off Sylvan, the Defender and Hexproof. Search our library for a Force or Plains card. And what we can do is actually, instead of just completely tapping out, we can get down the Sylvan and then flash in the white main lion to bounce it back to the hand and recast it. Uh-oh. We're going to gain 2 life on that. We need to have a creature on the battlefield before we take advantage of Retreat. Get down the Sylvan Caryatid. And then let's go ahead and get down the... Do we want to tap out for a Prison Barricade? Let's get down Wall of Roots. I don't mind having a bunch of mana. We're going to get that Forest or Plains into the battlefield. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Let's go and grab that Plains. And then we're going to go ahead and let's go ahead and put a +1 counter on the Sylvan. Let's make it as a 1/4, and then once we start swinging, we'll be in a good spot. Okay, get down Wall of Roots, and then anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Okay, sorry about that. I had to mute the mic for a second. I still have a little bit of that chest cold, or a little bit of congestion in my chest. See, our opponent's going to be tapping out for. Luckily, opponent's going to go for Karn. Okay, it's going to get it done. We'll see what they're going to target on this one. If they want to exile target permanent, they're going to exile Karametra. Do we want to go for one more off the white main lane, or do we want to go for something like Worldly Tutor in response to that? It's going to take care of it. It's going to go back to the command zone. Yeah, I think we're fine with that. Because we can go for the white main lion, get that down, start swinging in. I'm trying to figure out if we want to get an extra land drop off the lion or go for... We can still go for Worldly Tutor during our upkeep. Let's do that. Let's go for the lion. That way we can get one more land on the battlefield. Kind of cancel out that going back to the commander tax. At least kind of reducing it by 1. Alright, so we're going to have that Karametra trigger in response to Karn. And then we're going to have Worldly Tutor during our upkeep to see what we want to search up. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Let's go and grab grab a forest off of that. Enters the battlefield. Let's go and put a +1 counter on Sylvan. That's going to make it a 2/5. And the white main line is going to enter the battlefield. That will turn on Devotion for Karametra, but it's the same permanent. Let's go ahead and return a creature you control. Actually, we'll go ahead and return Karametra. There we go. It worked out perfectly. And I subconsciously counted the Devotion. That's why I knew that. I did. Sometimes, like, Magic Online helps you out sometimes. And I appreciate that, Magic Online. Let's see. So we have White Maid Lion coming down. Let's see what we're going to go for with Worldly Tutor during our upkeep. Yeah, let's go for that. Let's go Worldly Tutor. See if we can search up. We do have Squall Line. We can actually go Eternal Witness on Squall Line to take care of Karn. Crater Hoof would be nice to get on the battlefield, but I think I like that. Let's go Eternal Witness. Where are you, buddy? Eternal Witness. Let's go for Eternal Witness. That's going to go on top. We can bring that Squall Line back to our hand, and then still recast Karametra, kind of be in a good spot. Yes, we're going to use that ability, and that's going to be enters the battlefield, draw cards. Going to put the Forest on top, and actually we'll go and put, yeah, we're going to put that back on top. There we go. Okay, let's go and go for Eternal Witness. That's going to be 1/2. Enters the battlefield. We're going to be able to return that Squall Line back to our hand. None of our creatures have flying, so we're at least going to be able to tap out for Squall Line for like 3, and then it's going to take care of Karn. That will knock us down just a little bit because Squall Line deals damage to each player, but we can redirect that over to the Karn and get rid of that. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Let's go for Squall Line for 3. That's going to be double green, and then 1, 2, 3. All right, so 3 damage to each player and each creature with flying. And then we're going to redirect over to Karn. There we go. Take care of Karn. And that's going to give us 2 more. But let's go and get down the Axebane Guardian, because that'll be a lot of mana that we can utilize next turn. Let's go and do that. That's going to be green. And then we can start working towards Karametra. Okay. Anything else, we're going to go and pass the turn to our opponent. Kick it back over there. So we've got Prison Barricade to still take advantage of with Karametra, God of Harvest. At this point right now, we've got a lot of creatures on the battlefield. We just need to get down Karametra again and kind of dig for some sort of win condition. We do have Crater Hoof in the deck, so if we can somehow find Crater Hoof, we can go for that. If we can find Tooth and Nail, that would definitely be a good thing to go for, if we can dig a little bit deeper with the Sylvan Library. But with Axebane Guardian, that's one of the main reasons why, and it did get, it's back in the bin now, but with Squall Line, you know, let's say that we do start to gain a lot of life. We have Wall of Hope. Let's say our opponent is swinging in really heavy and we gain a lot of life. We're getting a lot of retreat triggers, or we're gaining a lot of life. With the Axebane Guardian, add X mana in any combination of colors your mana pool was the number of creatures defender you control. We've got, you know, right now we've only got 3 defenders technically, but when you start to, whoa. Got the command. Okay. Got blasted on that one. Unfortunately, I wish we had Heroic Intervention, but that happened. So we can at least kind of re-rack on that one. They're going to swing in, put us down to 7. We've got to survive. but I mean, it's still a fun deck. Let's go get down the... Let's go Karametra. We can make it. I believe in ourselves. And that's the good thing about playing walls, is that you can just get some more walls down. Let's get down Karametra. We're going to get down the Prison Barricade. That's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, I think I like that. Let's go Prison Barricade with the kicker. It's going to be 2 white, tap out, and it's going to still leave us double green for Caravan, or Craven. Caravan? Either one. We'll go for Karametra, get that Forest or Plains onto the battlefield. Yes, we're going to use that ability. Let's go ahead and grab the, let's grab the Forest. And it's always fun playing Karametra when you get to the point to where you're almost... You're running out of lands to put on the battlefield. I wish I could run more lands in here, but I want to have a lot more... I wanted to have a really high amount of creatures to get on the battlefield and start ripping with Karametra. All right, so enter the battlefield. We're going to be able to draw a card. And another win condition that we do have is going to be Genesis Wave. Drawn to Windswept Heath. We're going to get that down, and then we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, if our opponent wants to swing in with Oloro, we can actually... we cannot double block. That will not work. It's only 4 damage. So we can at least kind of chump block for a little bit. And they're going to draw a card. Each opponent loses 1 life. So they're going to slowly chip away with us at that Oloro. But I think either way, Bajuka Bog. There goes all of our walls. We don't have a way to bring them back out, but it's always still... Being a graveyard person always makes me a little bit bummed when that does happen. But yeah, it's like I've been playing this deck a little bit on and off, kind of playtesting for, and it's a lot of fun. You know, if you can get down Assault Formation, that's some good magic right there. You start swinging in with these 2 4s and 5 2s, assigning combat damage the other way. Ooh, okay. So opponent's going to roll a Karlov and then also a Johnny's Pride Mate. Let's see what we can kind of get into. Now, as far as Devotion goes with Karametra, we are sitting at 5, so we can get 2 more Devotion on the battlefield. We'll be pretty good. Let's go and get the Misty down. I guess we'll go and go for 3 visits. Better than nothing. Search up for a Force Pit on the battlefield. Let's kind of thin our deck out just a little bit more. And then anything else, I think we're going to go and pass the turn. Now, we've got 3 blockers at this point right now. We have Stirring Wildwood, which is going to be 3/4 with reach. We have the Prison Barricade, which is simply just a 2/4. And then we have Carven. I don't know. We're just going to call it CC from right now, so I don't just keep sounding like a crazy person. But yeah, so we have CC, which is going to be a 2/5 to start chump blocking on that. All right, they're going to get the plus counters on Karlov. That's going to be 2. And it's going to be 6 counters on Karlov before they can start going for those activations. Now, if they swing it with the whole crew, we're at least going to have to chump block on Oloro. And now we're getting to the point now to where, you know, if there's counters on Karlov, we're going to have to definitely take care of that. But you can see where they go for the, if they're getting the pay 1 to draw a card, that's almost really going to kind of help keep it to where we're not going to be able to do anything. Opponent's going to go for Jace. All right. About seeing it up. I think we'll have one more draw step, hopefully, that we can see. You know, they'll be able to go for the -1, bounce a creature to the hand. That's going to be Prison Barricade. That's fine. And then swing in for 7. That's going to leave us getting in for like 3. Or leave our opponent getting in for 3 with the Johnny's Pridemate if they swing the whole crew in. Yeah, we'll go and animate Stirring Wildwood before we go to blockers. So really, at this point right now, the only thing that's really going to help us is some sort of like Genesis Wave. That's going to be about it. All right, let's go to blockers. Let's go for the CC on the 4/5, and then we'll go for Stirring Wildwoods. I guess tactically on the 3/3 because that's going to put us down to 1. Either way, if we're at 1 or 2, doesn't really matter. And we'll still have Stirring Wildwoods to survive. Okay, there we go. So we're going to take care of a Johnny. If they have some life gain, they'll be able to take care of it from there. But at least we'll take care of a Johnny's Pridemate and still be left at 1. So we're not going to be cracking the Windswept Teeth or the Misty Rainforest. No, we will not be doing that. And then we'll see if we keep our fingers crossed for that beautiful, beautiful Genesis Wave. Tooth and Nail would actually be pretty nice too, but I don't think we have enough to support it. Let's see. Oh, Temple of the False God. Okay, that's it. Good game to our opponent. This is Karametra Walls. It's not the best, but I'm excited to start recording with it. You know, we're playing against Oloro. When you play against a board wipe or something like that, it's definitely not to your advantage when you're running at a bunch of utility creatures like that. But as far as getting a lot of land triggers going with Karametra, casting out all these really cheap creatures, it's a lot of fun. There's another wall in here that has a green mana activation to where you can sacrifice a wall to start drawing some cards. So. And then, unfortunately, we didn't see a lot of it, but we have, I put a lot of card draw in here. So we have, like, Staff of Nin, we have the Cohesive Portal, and then another way to kind of draw a bunch of cards. So, unfortunately, we didn't see a lot of that, and our opponent did really get some good card advantage going once they got down to Oloro, paying that 1 to draw some life. But I'm excited to start recording with Karametra again, and if you enjoyed the video, like and subscribe. Thanks. Bye.